The power that bleeds from the serpent's corpse. Drink it. You will need every drop. Now today is episode 10, which means it is World Download Day. And if you're a supporter of any tier, whether that is on Patreon, Twitch, through the Discord, or here as a YouTube member, you gain access to the World Downloads channel over on the Discord, in which you can download this world and you can explore all of the things that you may not get to technically see in the videos. Also allowing you to drop in and get a little bit more hands-on with some of the setups and things that I've automated. For example, like the XNet. World downloads are also a fantastic tool for those who enjoy building and want to recreate things that I have done thus far in the world, allowing you to grab out exact dimensions and scale and or copy things with a copy paste gadget and move it into your own world. And so if you haven't considered supporting your local content creator, then definitely be sure to check that out. You can support me anywhere. I have it all linked down in the description below. But I do want to say a huge thanks to all who do choose to support me. Thank you so very much as you make this content possible. Now, let's get on with today's video. Where last we left off, I ventured into Niflheim. This is snow, so we are definitely nearing the surface. At over 250 blocks up, I have made it. Discovered an eerie portal. I hear it pulsing. Oh, and we have definitely found it. Dabbled into some lost magical arts and found myself facing off against a fearsome Frostmaw. And after completing all of those things, I think we are now ready to take on the boss of Niflheim. As I have now prepared the ritual to summon Jormungandr. Now, taking a look at Jormungandr's fighting mechanics, this I think is going to be an interesting battle. And that's because of Jormungandr's fighting mechanics, which are kind of interesting, as it says that they are going to be in a frozen lake arena. The icy surface is your battleground, but beware. The serpent can break through. And it says that the surface swims beneath the frozen surface. Attacks can break the ice, creating dangerous holes. Falling into the water exposes you to the serpent's domain. And it says ice slowly regenerates over time in the arena. And this boss has over 800 health, and we can only deal a maximum of 80 damage per hit, regardless of how strong we are. As far as gear recommendations goes, if you were taking on this path on your own, definitely getting into blood magic might be a good idea, but I am going to be sticking with our Malum gear for now, as I think that is going to be more than enough, and also combined with our newfound Lifestone, because we completed the other side, I don't think we're going to struggle all that much with this boss. Before this battle, I must make sure I am fully dressed for the occasion. Now, with all of the summoning items ready to go and now equipped, I think it's time for us to travel to the arena. And so we can just simply teleport. And in doing so, we have now entered the arena. Oh boy. Now I did manage to light up the arena and also got rid of several of the gravel piles that happened to fall, as this spawned underground, which kind of makes sense because this entire dimension is basically underground. With all items in hand, I think it's time for us to take on Jormungandr. And so we must summon them. And I am so nervous about this fight. Oh boy. Make sure everything is ready to go. And I think we're good. Oh, that's cool. Interesting.
Brought you to me,
It went under.
little
Keep it on the
thing.
frost rails. That's where it's
It
going to
will
come back.
carry you
Get
back
away.
to your
Far away.
corpse.
Very far away.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay. I somehow
Of course.
need to attack it?
Why is everything in these realms either
I'm taking
giant or
poison
ice
damage.
or both?
Okay.
Watch the ground. When it
I gotta
comes
get out of the water, though.
it
Struggle.
comes back up.
It
Don't be standing there when it does.
changes nothing.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. It is out of the water. And it is like taking me there. It's trying to poison me. Well, I mean, it is succeeding in doing all of this.
Sleep beneath my waves. What are you?
Interesting. to be able to fully attack it, I think, yeah, I have to get it when it pops out. Oh no, it is such a wild mechanic here. But I can hit it with this scythe, which is good.
Itself.
We're not doing a whole lot of damage to it.
Can you hold your breath?
I feel like it's avoiding damage. I mean, we are still dealing damage. Oh my goodness, this is interesting. It is so much health though.
The ocean itself. How long can you hold your breath?
Look how fast we drain. That is craziness. We do get pulled into the center. I just want to keep trying to attack him.
Your bones
even though we're
feed the
drowning.
deep.
All right, if I have my life stone on me, I don't think that this will pose as much of an issue. Can I shoot him with my bow? We can. That deals significantly more damage. All right. Oh, it had grabbed a hold of me, by the way. Okay. Whew. I got out of there. Just for a breath. Just for a breath.
Waves. What are you?
Oh, I was able to shoot him midair.
You have drawn blood.
Yes.
Unexpected.
Let's shoot
Allow
him.
me to return the favor.
Oh, I'm riding him. I love the voicing, which I believe this is voiced by my bud, Joffrey Vaughn. It's so good. All right. Yes.
You fight the ocean itself.
Yes,
How
I
long
definitely
can
do.
you hold your breath?
I love this so much. So we'll just keep shooting him for now. As our scythe doesn't do a whole lot, but I did spec more prominently, though, into dealing range damage.
The depths hunger, and I will answer them with flesh and bone and blood.
The next stage. Come on now. It is super resistant, by the way, to the melee damage. Let's try. Yeah, that did some good damage. I'm gonna hit it with some of my abilities.
Gods, you are nothing.
I mean, lightning damage, something that lives in the water, seems...
I will to answers.
No, I am going to annihilate you. Such an interesting use. Oh, this is so neat. All right. It's so close to being downed. We're taking constant drowning damage, though, which is unfortunate. But it almost looks like it will grab you mid and will launch you up.
Gods,
Okay.
you are nothing.
What in the world? Water. Okay, it has a hold of me. I have to somehow attack it to get free. Okay, that was one of the mechanics.
Sea swallows all things.
That is so cool the way this is working.
Gods, you are
It's so cool to hit it with the beam. All right. We're fighting drowned and everything else at the same time. This is wild, getting wild.
sleep beneath my waves. What are you?
All right, let's finish this guy. Jormungandr, you've seen your last days. And be free, world serpent. Be free.
The sea swallows all things.
Yes.
Kingdoms.
Be
The
done.
gods. You are nothing. Loosen as my venom takes hold of you. But the sea remembers. When the world ends, I rise again.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. That was an interesting fight. I was not expecting this. And so another god defeated. And we now should be able to consume the heart. So let's now consume this venom heart. This never gets old. It's so good every time.
The world serpent uncoils its last, and the mists of Niflheim draw back like a wound exhaling. You have done what Azur could not at Ragnarok. Thor himself fell to Jormungandr's venom, walked 9 steps, and dropped. Yet you stand. The power that bleeds from the serpent's corpse, drink it. You will need every drop. I wonder, sometimes, whether the Norse wove this fate, or whether you are tearing new threads into the tapestry by force. Either way, the fires of Muspelheim will burn such question to ash.
Next, we shall discover Muspelheim. Well, discover it more than we have thus far. As I believe there is still several things that we can unlock and learn to further our strength. Consuming Jormungandr's heart will grant me knowledge of the arcane magics that ruled over Niflheim and further restored another portion of my strength. With this, the gates to Muspelheim and Jotunheim are now accessible. The real reason I wanted to complete this so we gain even more skill points, which are definitely worth completing this section for. Inside of Niflheim, we almost have enough points to unlock literally everything. I'm going to spec into extra cold damage, but I've taken every point except for these stamina ones in the center, which I'm not super concerned about. And inside the magic tree, I have made it to every single one of the major nodes that branch out in all directions. Also completing Jormungandr, Viet gets even more passive abilities, for example, +1 armor, and then I get 5% natural healing just added to me because of this, and we get to even more points to spec into more cool things. And I kind of like the idea of this Serpent's gift. That sounds kind of cool. Like on hit, like we get granted a random buff. And so this buff range and duration goes all the way up to tier 3. Unsure what all that means, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty cool. Now, I think today is going to be the day of taking on bosses. And we have gone through chapter 1 and 2 now and have nearly completed it. There are some things though and bonus rewards that we could gather by completing some extra bosses. For example, back in the chapter for Helheim, we have the Forsaken and the Dead King. Then on top of those two, we also have the Gebra boss, where this does say it is an extremely challenging mini boss intended to be faced much later in the progression. So I think I will save this boss for later, as it also does drop a A-tier weapon. I think us taking on the Forsaken should not be too bad, and also the Dead King should not be too difficult. But also in our Jotunheim and Niflheim tree, we have 2 other mini bosses here. We have Malkuth and also the Leviathans. First, I want to take a look at the Forsaken. Many have told stories of the undead flying beast forsaken and forgotten by the living and the gods. This fearsome foe was once a mighty winged beast, but is now a monstrosity feared by even the inhabitants of Helheim. Playing this foe will not be easy, but with the resources and powers I've accumulated here in Helheim, it might be possible. To summon the Forsaken, we just need to summon it on our summoning altar. I think if I was going to fight this anywhere, fighting it in Hell's Arena might be one of the best places to do it. So I think we should get this party started. I'll be putting in the Arcane Essence, some Source Gems, and then also a Vesper Wing, which you can get, by the way, by utilizing the Gateway Pearl, the Elemental Heart Gateway. At the end of that, a Vesper does spawn, and so we should be able to take this thing on. And I'm hoping it's not going to be too bad for us. Oh boy. That is crazy looking. 400 health, by the way. Let's see. Let's hit it with light damage. Yes. And hit it with some lightning. This is so cool. And it does pick us up. It is a weirdly morphed bat. Oh, it's completely blackened now. But that was not too difficult at all to take on. And thus, a mini boss was slain, and we gain access to pure darkness, which with the Vesper bow allows us to make, or with the Vesper wings, allows us to make this bow. Pretty interesting. Pure darkness is kind of a powerful thing. We also gain access to darkened apples and the ability to make shadow silk, which we do need dark tethers for, which we can make. Interesting. The dread bow is a really cool weapon. What really makes this bow powerful is its special enchants that it can receive. And my favorite is the precise volley, which rain downs arrows from the sky, but you have to get this enchant. To get more Vesper wings, I'm just going to simply craft up some more of these gateways and take the gateways on. I do want to craft this bow. With our strength, these gateways should be incredibly easy to get through. So another bat is going to be downed. Oh, and I actually got 2 from 1. That's nice. Now to get the moth dust for this bow, I am needing to kind of convert mobs until we eventually get these moths. And that is probably the best way to farm up this this moth dust for now. And that should be about it. Yes. And then I just need to convert a few of my cobwebs here into some very dark tethers. My dark tethers and everything needed. This is now ready to go. And now I have myself the dread bow. Yes, blot out the sun. And by default, like I said, it is just kind of a normal bow, but once we get access to enchanting in a better way, this bow is very powerful. We will be able to rain down a volley of arrows on our target, annihilating them in the future. For now, I will save this for a future date. Along with defeating the Forsaken, we also get more Helheim skill points and more Vet skill points. This is so good. But I think now we should move on to slay the dead king, the true king of Helheim. This ancient foe has been slumbering quietly since the dawn of this dimension. If I wish to challenge this foe, I should head 1,000 meters east. Its catacomb is said to be within the mouth of a dragon. Thus, for me, east would be heading in this direction. Is that a dragon skull in the actual mountain? That is wild looking. And so does that mean that it is inside its mouth? We must be getting close because these are the armor stands that stand near the room of the actual dead king normally. Aha, it is further up in the actual head. This is so cool looking. Wait, there's just dragon skulls laid about and corpses? Oh no, and piles of armor. And if we break these, this spawns in ancient knights. And these drop cinder essence, but I think these normally also have a chance. They do have a chance of spawning ancient debris. That is not who I'm after. Who I'm after resides in here. Oh boy. That is such an ominous sound. The Dread King, the skeleton, the myth, the legend itself. I think I am ready. And I shall punch him. And so we shall have this battle, and we shall begin. Oh my goodness. Yes, take damage. Is it resistant to magic? It is 100% resistant. It is not taking damage, but it is an undead, which should mean that this spell it shall not be resistant to. Yes, it is not resistant to holy damage. Oh, that is good. Is it resistant to ice damage? No. So just standard magic it is resistant to. And let's try and attack it. Yes. It does not stand a chance. Not a chance. Yes. I've defeated it. Or have I? Oh my. take that. The holy damage is real. Yes, it is so good. It is taking some really good damage, but I am also taking poison damage, which is not good. All right, let's see. Oh, it takes so much damage from the holiness. Get destroyed. That is so cool. And so, here lied the dead king? That is... Does this mean it will respawn? It's the soul of the dead king. I wonder if there's something we need to do to interact with this. There's also an emerald block behind it, which is very interesting. I guess we could have used that. And then, is there still things back here? Yes, there is still a grave back here. Aha, that should have good loot in it. Oh, this is perfect. I also have unlocked the bone key, and we can use this to make a gateway pearl, the return of the Forgotten King. As this could be a good way to farm ink, as ink can be kind of a pain to make. And so, yes, I would much rather fight this guy, I think, than making it myself. We just got an emerald ring. Slain creatures drop 25% more experience. That could be useful. Oh, and there is also another chest just right up here that I could definitely take advantage of. Oh, it's filled with trash, rubbish. Iron Spells has such cool boss battles. I will say that, though. You're slaying the dead king. We get even more points and the choice of its tier C weapon. And I still don't know which one would be the best to take on. Each one of these, it'd probably be a good idea to look at what their abilities are in JEI and actually determine. But outside of that, we also get even more magic skill points, which are so worth it in themselves. If you're taking a look at some of these weapons, some of them are really good. Like the chance to inflict weakness sounds really, really nice on hit. Also, you have one that allows you to encase yourself and regen in ice. I mean, and also become resistant to damage for 2 seconds. This could be kind of used as a strategy weapon. The Arcanethist, this sounds really cool also. I mean, the chance to channel the energy to attack nearby enemies and giving those enemies levitation, like lifting them into the air, that's always very powerful, but I just don't know how long that effect lasts. Then you have the Ember Blade, which apparently has the ability to channel energy into the blade, and then upon releasing, you shoot out fiery hot shrapnel. And then the longer you channel, I believe, the more damage it will deal. The Longsword of the Plague, this one converts positive effects into their negative counterparts, which sounds kind of interesting. Then you have also the Shadow Sting, creates a blinding shadowy mist at your feet. This is upon right click, by the way. But this one has a chance to deal magic damage that scales to the target's armor value, which this one has me very intrigued in how this functions, because in base Minecraft, there's not a lot of things that actually deal magic damage. And so if this deals effectively Dragon's Breath upon some mob, based on its target like armor value, that sounds very powerful. And then you have another weapon that kind of throws you around as you get a dash forward with this, and then you have the ability upon hit to refresh the cooldown on this weapon. But yeah, I honestly, I feel like one of the best ones would either be the Tainted Relic, the Longsword of the Plague, which, like I said, sounds very interesting, or the Shadow Sting. And I'm thinking I want to try the Shadow Sting. By the way, all of these weapons should be craftable, and they should all have crafting recipes. You can see right here, Celestial Shard is sort of required here. You would need Void Reagent and a Null Shard to be able to make this, and these shards we've been getting from our bosses. Out of all of this, I think Shadow Sting looks the coolest, but also sounds the coolest. And upon right click, yes, we get this interesting shadow effect. Essentially, this sword gives me the ability to dash forward and blind enemies at my feet. That seems so sick. And something like this won't really have a lot of armor, but yeah, I mean, that's That's not bad. Foes like these, however, do have armor. And so as we hit them, they get dealt that magic damage. And then when I dash through, notice they just are kind of blinded and they just stop for a second because they can't see where I'm at. That's a pretty powerful thing, I think. And plus, this sword looks so sick. Under the Helheim skill tree, by the way, I have now completed every single node. Now back into the Jotunheim and Niflheim section, we do have Malkuth to take on, and also the Leviathans. Now to find Malkuth, I must travel back to Jotunheim. I should hopefully be able to search using our structure compass to find the Malkuth arena. And not found, at least here. But near my original spawning location, by going through the portal, here we are. We've definitely located it. And this looks like Malkuth's arena. And so I shall find the entrance. And we've entered into the arena. And first thing I'm going to notice is there is a ring that is right beside my crosshair, which is something, oh my goodness, that I've got to keep in mind. Oh, this is so sick. Already, these things are so cool. But yes, taking these guys out should not be that difficult for me. And this grants me access to a little bit of loot that we probably don't need. But diamonds, oh man, diamonds are in here. Now, once you make it all the way around to the opposite side of the entrance, this is where we shall be able to enter into the arena. And upon entering the arena, well, nothing major should change. We've just simply entered the arena. Once we walk up to the actual spawner, we can right-click it. And inside of here, we can start to take a look at how this boss is going to function. And this is such a cool mod, by the way. Now, in the short description, something that we need to keep in mind is when the player is weak to fire, it receives increased ice damage. And vice versa. Whenever we have ice, we are going to take more fire damage. And our current weakness can be seen on the crosshair, which is the thing that is circling our crosshair, and also at the bottom of our bar. Tells us here that we can use cannons in the arena for Malkuth, but only use the cannons of the type you are currently weak to. And Malkuth has a ton of different abilities here, and there's also several different drops, it looks like. The big part of this boss battle is understanding and remembering that this isn't a weakness. So if we have this bar up in our crosshair that is fire, that means that we have a weakness to ice attacks, for example. And this may be confusing, but it is a core mechanic, and I'm probably going to also struggle with this, but it is going to be rather fun. The animations are so cool for this boss. Now, I don't know if regular attacks do anything to this boss. I think we have to deal with it with its main core mechanics, by the way. And we do have our rolling abilities, which is going to be super fun to deal with. We just got to make sure we time them correctly. Oh, which is so cool. Okay, so we should be able to click this since it is fire. And then we have to wait, essentially, for this to be good to go again. Very, very cool. And then I think, depending on the type of attack that I'm going to get hit with, we can actually see it outlined on the ground right now. But unfortunately, the ground is kind of covered with snow, which is making this very, very difficult, as we should be able to see this stuff outlined on the ground. Right now, we are weak, so we need to stand in fire areas, or stand in ice areas, I think. This is where it's so confusing. But we should be able to shoot our ice cannon. Come on, ice cannon. Something like that. Oh, nope, fire cannon, because we're weak. Okay, perfect. And that did nothing, so we missed our chance there. That is unfortunate. Oh, no. I mean, as of right... Oh, my goodness, that is so cool. I have no idea, though, where I was supposed to stand because of all the snow on the ground. No! Oh! It's so cool. All right. We are incredibly powerful with our current gear, though, which is something to kind of keep in mind. I'm so bad at this. Oh, this is cool. Okay, if we're fire, we stay on fire, right? I think. I should have stayed on fire. Okay. Actually, we could probably just, like, jump through. Oh, no. Definitely don't want to jump through. Okay. Man, if we're weak to it, we would probably want to stay on fire while having fire active. No, that's what we're weak to. So yeah, we'd want to move to the thing that we're not weak to. So opposite. I'm learning. I'm definitely figuring it out and learning. I definitely need to use the repair talisman for this. That instantly killed me. What even happened? I just instantly died. I could not see it, and that was my first death, which I keep all of my gear apparently, which is kind of cool. Yeah, carrying all of your things will sure work. Do you have any snacks? Unfortunately, no, I don't have any snacks. Sorry. Okay. Ice. Okay. Whew. We are getting through this slowly. Dying was not meant to be a part of it, and I still don't know exactly what caused me to ultimately die. But I did take an absorbent amount of damage, unless that is meant to be a insta-kill if you are not on the side that you are not weak against. So I think I need to look at the sword color, and I need to be the opposite of what is in my crosshair at the moment. Red. So we need to hit this one. And there we go. He's down to half. Oh, no. Wait, he's destroyed them. What does this mean? Does this mean that I actively have to damage it? What is this? What is this? This wasn't here before. What? Do I click it? Maybe if I have the opposite, I can click it? Oh, wait, I gotta get him to destroy them. Oh, okay. That is interesting. Let's bait him. Okay, he destroyed that one, I think. No, it's like kind of avoiding it. I've got to get him to like hit this somehow. Yes, like that. Okay, so now they're back up again. That's such a cool mechanic. Okay, red. I need to stay on the red side. Oh, that's horrifying. That's horrifying. All right, so here we go again. The red. Which definitely knocked off a pretty good chunk. All right, blue. Come on, this time we've got to get him. Okay, we knocked him down even more. Red. Can I get 2 attacks on him? Yes! I was able to get 2 in 1 round. Stay in the blue. The sword attack I am so scared of because I have no way of moving that quickly to an area. It just gives you no time. Blue, I need to be over here. Oh, I was in the... Did it switch on me? It had to have switched on me. I just can't see the ground. This is so bad. We will defeat him, even if we die multiple times, even though I feel like it's kind of a fluke that I'm dying because I can't see the ground. We are going to make it through this somehow, one way or another. Don't know if there's a way to avoid this, but fire the cannons. Get to the ice. Come on, be it. Yes. Malkuth, goodbye and farewell. Oh, man. Absolutely annihilated. That was pretty cool. Can this be removed? No, it cannot. So this arena just cannot be cleared of the snow, making this significantly harder because you can't see the things you're supposed to see. But that is pretty awesome. We got the Ice and Fire Core, and then also the Emberfrost Gauntlet, along with the trophy. That's neat. A little statue is so neat because now we have a little Malkuth statue just over there animating. The only thing needed to complete the quest is by making the Eye of Malkuth, which, by the way, should have been like an Eye of Ender, which would have allowed us to be able to find the arena a different way. In doing this, though, we get a bunch of points and we get the choice of a class OP weapon, which I still think the Celeste is one of the coolest ones to grab. So I am definitely going to take this, the Celestis. Oh man, briefly step into the ethereal plane, becoming immune to damage for 5 seconds. That's so cool. With this, I now have completed everything in the Niflheim skill tree. Now, as much as I would love to take on the Leviathans, currently in the version I am in, I am not able to successfully be able to locate this. But this should hopefully be fixed in future versions, and then we'll be able to actually take it on. Just gotta wait for an update or two. But now back to the Celestis. This thing gives us the ability to just not take damage. So as of right now, I can start to take some damage. I'm down to 49, for example. I'm taking damage. But if I activate this, I don't take any damage. And then when done, it blasts the mobs near me with some damage. This thing is so sick. This sword granting me the ability to jump into the ethereal plane and then return is just so D&D, and I love it. All of these foes defeated, I feel way more confident in entering into Muspelheim. And not just entering, but thriving in Muspelheim. With our newfound knowledge, we should be able to get through everything required and ultimately prepare ourselves to summon and slay Surtr. Now, upon dying, since we did die, we finally unlocked a different quest, the Deus Ex Machina. And this right here is going to give us bonuses if we were to consume this, which I'm not going to as of right now. But if we were currently fighting a boss and we started to struggle with it, we could drink the bottle of ambrosia, and by doing so, we'll start to receive buffs every time we die, up to a certain cap and threshold. So if we were to drink this, that'd be the case, but to be able to get rid of the effect, we'd have to craft another one and drink that one in order for us to change, which would require a bottle of honey. So as of right now, I am not going to consume it, but if things get difficult and we need it, then I would definitely use that. But with that, next episode, we'll be diving deeper into Muspelheim, being able to explore this realm of lava, fire, and brimstone. And I'll be able to gather even more cool resources, dive into even cooler mods, and ultimately defeat the boss, Surtr. But now, if you're enjoying this video series thus far, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. And if you don't want to do it for me, do it for that here, or the Strider. You can definitely do it for the Strider. I mean, look at that guy. Now, without further ado, I think it's time for me to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. And that amazing thanks is going to go out to MP99. Thank you so much, by the way, for your amazing support and choosing to support me over in the Discord by becoming a Discord premium member and supporting my content in one of the best ways possible. And guys, I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.